It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
36. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Hey, Clipper.
On the carry, it's Boone. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Hey, switch gears. Got it. Switch.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Vikings, 38-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, it's Freeman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check 13. Check 13. Check. Fresno. Brace up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Smith trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
45. 48.
From the 22, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Don't get nervous. Hey, Delta. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
One. Mike, you better be afraid of me. You better.
To throw, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it'll bring up third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready, 25. Hey, I got you, pump. Check. Base. Check 25. Gun. Go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. 42 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A first down throw for Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
I'm coming after you. Watch it. Zebra. Gun.
Cousins now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. I'm on. What's that?
Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Freeman, the first down and more. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Tuesday.
Here's Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, take care. Check it back. Hatch it.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On second down now, it's Smith. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20.
Now it's Freeman. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, South. Switch. Hey, 59, ready.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Big air. Got it. What's the motion?
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down. It's Freeman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Madison. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, express. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really... made his presence felt in this one.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at the 20. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Mike 27, Mike 27. I'm coming.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Check right, check right. Hey, Ken. Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Where's the hot?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Hey, check.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Back. Hey, South. Check the call. Ready to go.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
It's just me and you. Tighten up.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Cousins on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's crashed. Box twist.
Freeman again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Again, he finds an opening. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To the air again. It's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Beck. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on second down. Cousins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A big hitter there. First down gain of 26 yards.
First down.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Hey, lock it. Do step.
A first down carry for Smith. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Mike 27, Mike Smith. Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Following the interception, Cousins, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Past the 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
59. Mike's 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, check. 59. Watch this. Yo. Screen. Check.
Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Good track. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Gun.
Mike's 59.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know what makes Pop Dave win. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, no see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. rock it like rocket fuel.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dumb me pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long